Travel advisors, sit back, relax and enjoy FUNrise TV with your Carnival host, Richo Richards.
Welcome everyone. So exciting to be able to do our first FUNrise TV of the year this year. I know it's early February, but we've all come back from a fantastic, hopefully a good break over Christmas and well into the new year. Cruise wave season's right underway right now, which is awesome to be able to see. And great to see a lot of activity out there in our beautiful travel agent land promoting all cruise lines and as well as Carnival. We really appreciate it. Now, for those of you who have never joined us before, FUNrise TV is really a segment to kind of talk about what's happening and a few little updates and some great things that are happening like that. You'll notice in the chat feature, if you're joining us from either Carnival Fun Zone or via our YouTube link, you can actually go in and add comments. The comments will then pop up and we can say hi. Make sure you give us access, the Facebook and YouTube access to your name, and then your name will pop up. Otherwise, it'll just come up as a Facebook user. So feel free to say hi. It's an interactive session. This is filmed live. So if you do have any questions, I will endeavor to kind of answer them as we kind of go in. Now, for those of you who watched before, you notice I'm in a little bit of a different location. I'm usually coming to you live from Brisbane, but I'm down in the Sydney office today, which is incredibly exciting. So I'm using two different screens here. So we're going to kind of play a bit with how that kind of works. If you're in the office right now, you'd see I've got the kind of laptop sitting up on some boxes and stuff just to kind of make it a bit of fun. But we're going to kick off. So without further ado, welcome everyone. We had some really exciting news just last week, something you've all been waiting for, and that is to do with more connectivity for your guests, right? And that's what today is all about. So we launched, we did a little soft launch last week, and we're officially launching this week the fact that you can now book shore excursions on Carnival. Yes, how exciting. So shore excursions are now live, as well as some other features which I wanted to run you through today. So that's my kind of main goal today, is to talk to you about that, show you how they work and what you can kind of do to enhance your guest experience at the cruise stage. Okay, now I am using like a test booking, so some features I won't be able to actually book because I don't have any money on file, but you'll be able to see that as we kind of go through the booking process. So welcome everyone, seeing some great names, welcoming everyone. So Gary there, hello mate. Sam, welcome Tina. So thanks guys so much. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up onto the screen really quickly. What I've done is I've created the booking. Okay, so if you're not sure how to create a booking, please by all means reach out to us. We're more than happy to kind of help you out with that there as well. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you how you can actually go in and do this directly from the booking as the travel agent partner. It's really useful kind of tool. Okay, so you see we've got our two names there. We've got Fun Ship Freddy, and we've also got Fun Funner. Okay, they're going on a great holiday to the South Pacific, and they want to kind of look at a couple of options that they can kind of do. So you'll notice a lot of all your information is housed in the system right here, or your details about your cruise, your guest cruise, and things like that. Down the bottom down here, and it's actually just highlighted for me, is a little button that says Cruise Manager. So if you click on that, you'll see Post Booking. Click on Post Booking, and you'll see a little icon that pops up saying Cruise Manager. Now, once you click on that, what will then happen is we'll go into the booked manage section of the website, which is great. Okay, so you'll see a bit of information about the particular cruise that they're on. In this particular one, it's a 12-day South Pacific itinerary, which we've picked. And then as you scroll down a little bit down the page now, you'll see the new icons that we now have. Now, previously you were able to do, have a look at drinks packages, and you were able to have a look at some internet plans, but you'll see this has now been extended. Now, this is phase one. There is more things are going to be loaded, more features, more cabin decorations, stateroom decor and things like that you'll be able to do as the program expands. It's incredibly exciting. I'm love it. I know this is, I've been in business 10 years, and one thing we've never been able to do in 10 years is to pre-book shore excursions. So to be able to have this feature is absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, let's have a look at that one. So if you want to look at, say, for example, shore excursions, you can click on the shore excursion icon, and then it will then take us into what shore excursions are available. Okay, so this one here shows us via Mystery Island, Noumea, and it's customized to the ports that we are visiting on this particular cruise. So it's very easy and streamlined to kind of do it. You also have a filter feature on the side here as well. So if you wanted something like water activities, or if you want something with meals included, you can kind of drill down the search a little bit more, okay? So you can go, you want something with snorkeling, you've got a bit of a water baby, or, a splash maker is their fun type. They can kind of jump on that section and use that there as well. And then you can also search by the actual cruise day. So if you're just looking for Mystery Island, you can kind of click in there and use Mystery Island. How great is that? So I just saw a comment, currently on board Splendor. Hey, how awesome is that? Coming in tomorrow morning, I'll see you down there. If you want to kind of price it down by $50 or less, or $50 to $100 or $100 more. So if you've got a little bit of a budget and you want to kind of circle that down, you can kind of do that. Now, what you can also do at this particular screen is, of course, once you've paid in full, once you've deposited, you can then go in and add your add this to the cart. Of course, it won't let me do it because, like I said, it's just a test booking at this stage. So if you want to know more about the shore excursion, just click on the more details button there, and it will give you a little bit of a section about it. Now, one thing that will come, and if you've cruised with us in the US, or if you sold any of the US-based stuff, you'll be able to see that there is, in fact, a review system as well. So your guests can actually review, when they get back, they can actually review that destination and what that is as well. So that's a really great little feature that'll kind of come up with it as well. Okay, no dramas. Okay, so from here as well, you can also go in here and you can then go into drinks packages as well. Okay, so you can see their drinks packages, the bottomless bubbles, and of course the Cheers beverage package as well. So if you want to find out a bit more about that, you can click on the more info, read more, or the more details down the bottom too. So you can kind of add that directly to your customers' booking as well. Okay. A little bit further down, if we want to go into internet packages, we also have internet packages as well. So don't forget as well, one of the benefits of pre-booking internet, in fact, internet is actually a little bit cheaper if you pre-book it. You find there is a discount. So if you encourage your guests to kind of jump on there and have a bit of a pre-book their internet packages, they'll save themselves a bit of money as well. And as I mentioned, it can all be done through here, and it's all kind of set up like a cart kind of feature. So you said that you add the things to the cart, and then you can arrange payment from there as well. We also got a Pixels photo package as well. So if you got, one of the great things about cruising, and I just got off Liminosa on the weekend with my family, and we got some fantastic photos. So to be able to do stage photos and really capture that memory of your guest's experience is a really kind of great way. You're dressing up for a Cruise Elegant night anyway, or 80s Rock and Glow, and it's a great kind of awesome photo to kind of really highlight those memories as well. So you can add those in as well. But the big one, of course, is the gifts and stateroom. And this list is only, as I mentioned, is only going to get bigger. We've got a couple of little gift ideas. And where this comes into play as amazing travel partners that you guys are as well, is that if you've got that really special guest, or maybe that guest who's going through a little bit of hard times, you just want to personally say thank you to them because they've been loyal customers. You can kind of drop one of these kind of gifts in there as well. You can add a little message as well about saying thank you from yourself, and you can kind of pre-arrange this kind of guest for them, whether it's beverage gift package with waters, or whether it's the Family Feud or Monopoly board game, you can kind of give to them as well. But as this program grows, the next evolution is cabin decorations as well. So you can actually then decorate the cabin, right? And that'll hopefully be coming fairly soon. As this is just launched now, it's very exciting to be able to do, and just a little bit of a hidden surprise for your guest. Now, the final one that I do want to show you down here as well as Cruise Cash. Now, because again, like we haven't deposited, Cruise Cash won't give me any options right now. But what it will do is it'll come up with, once you've got deposit booking, levels of Cruise Cash that you can actually give your customer. We know it as onboard credit. However, Cruise Cash is a nice way to kind of put it. Now, key feature, you can only add $500 maximum Cruise Cash, okay? Just so you're aware. So $500 Cruise Cash there, and then you can kind of go from there as well, okay? So making sure that you're letting your customers know. So if they had like you just want to give them something a little extra, maybe you've had an issue and you want to try and fix it with a little bit of onboard credit, you can kind of do that for your guest as well, and give them that great experience. Okay, so that is the shops feature, what we like to call the fun shops. And as I mentioned, this program's only going to get bigger. It's a great system, and a really awesome to be able to see as well. Okay, now one of the other things I wanted to show you as well is one of the big questions we're getting is around printing documents. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of address that as well at the moment. So you'll notice we have changed since we resumed from COVID. There is now a check-in window where your cruise check-in opens up. Okay, so if you're a first-time cruiser blue card, a red card, or a gold card, you have up to 14 days prior to cruise to be able to check in and print your documents out, okay? If you are one of our platinum or our diamond guests, we give you 16 days. So it opens a little bit earlier. Now, the reason why we do that is so that you can then, your guests can get their preferred embarkation time, okay? So just to kind of reward them for their loyalty. But one of the things you can do, and this is new now from the new upgrade, is you can go into the print document section, and you can go down here, and you can actually print the documents. Okay, can you see on the screen there? So at this particular time, you can print luggage tags, and you can also print general information. Okay, so you can't, of course, print your boarding pass, because you can't print your boarding pass until your check-in window is within that check-in window. But if you wanted to give your guests something, this is a really good option to kind of give them. And you'll find that once you hit the print button, it'll then open up another tab, as it's doing here, and it will give you your luggage tags, but it'll also give you all your bit of cruise information. So if you want to kind of hand them something with a little bit more information, you can see here. Yes, very, very wordy on the screen, but it gives you information about communication with the ship, stateroom assignments, anything else along those lines, air travel, or what happens in the safety briefing. It's a really kind of cool know before you go type of feature. Okay, so making sure you send that to the guests, and then of course you can give them their luggage tags as well at this particular time, if you like, or you can wait till their document comes into play, and then you can kind of do that as well. So really, really great. And I know that hopefully that's going to answer a lot of your questions as well around giving your customer shells out a whole bunch of money, and you just go, hey, here's your cruise. You don't give them anything. At least you can kind of give them this and go, hey, this is what you're getting for your cruise, as well as your documents that you kind of give them. So I hope this helps massively for you guys as well. And like as we start adding more things like faster fun, check-in ability, things like that, we'll let you guys know and give you updates as that's kind of happening. Okay, now I do want to kind of just talk about one other thing, if that's okay, and that is also linking bookings. Okay, so it's really important to make sure that if you are booking your guests and they're going, there's a group of a large family of multi-generational family or something, making sure you're adding the adding their booking numbers into one of the bookings. What that then does is it links the entire reservation together for the dining room. Okay, so when your guests get on board, we will then see the linked all the booking numbers linked together, and we will try and assign your guests in the same area. Okay. We've noticed particularly on Splendor at the moment, a lot of guests haven't been linking bookings. So the guests are getting on board, and then we try to seat them all together and move guests around. It makes it a lot easier for you guys just link the bookings together initially, okay? So if you're not doing that, please, by all means, let us know. You can do that in the modify booking section just down here, okay, when you go into modify booking. And then you can then add in the dining room up here where it says change dining. You can click up on the change dining. Okay, and then where it says add additional booking reservations numbers, go in here. You don't have to do this to every booking, just pick one booking and add all the booking numbers to the one booking. Okay, if you've got a bigger group than say the 6 that's displaying, there's a little button that says add more bookings, and then you can add more bookings there. Any larger than that, we can of course still kind of tie them together, but that's a pretty big, pretty big group that's in there as well. 18, 19 people that you can kind of add in the one booking. Alrighty, so that is the new enhancements, which is great. I'll have a quick look at, I don't think we've got too many questions. I saw Samantha talking about 15% cheaper. I'm guessing that's about the, I think that's about the internet. It's about 15% discount, I think, roughly from pre-booking to booking on board as well. So shore excursions, look, shore excursions are not commissionable. So good question you brought up there. They're not, unfortunately, but they're a guest experience. So if you want to kind of help them out and add it to them, otherwise the guest, you can also send the link directly to the guest, to the cruise manager, and the guest can do it themselves as well. Okay, so it's all about being as fast and as effective as possible. One of the great things about Go CCL is the fact that the booking can take, you can get through it really quickly, right? From the moment you start selling the booking to printing out almost documents. I just quizzed myself the other day. I did it in 1 minute 52, including adding names for all 4 bookings, date of births, and everything along those lines. So to be able to do a booking like that in 1 minute 52 and make whatever amount of commission that you're making in that particular booking, it's a really cost-effective way to kind of do it, rather than sit on the phone to res or anything like that as well. So learn the system, know how to go through it quickly, and you'll find that it's a very profitable system for you guys to be able to use in that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look at some of the other questions. If you've got any other questions, feel free to pop them up. If you're not watching this live, that's okay. Guys are slammed at the moment. We get it. Add the questions in. We'll endeavor to answer them by the end of the day. Okay, which is good. So, yeah, cool. Okay. I made a mistake on the weekend. The dining room guys were awesome. They are. Look, our staff are just working so hard to try and help the guest at the end of the day. Look, accidents happen sometimes. We'll always do our best to try and put the guest at the front of that as well. Apologies for jumping. Okay. So I probably walked past you 100 times on Lumino. So yes, I was definitely there. I was in the pool most of the day. I had a great time with my nieces and nephews. We had a lot of fun. Okay, cool. So thanks, guys, so much. I think that's all the questions. I got my trusty sidekick here, Caitlin, as well, sitting with me today, which is awesome. So I don't believe we missed anything else. Like I said, feel free to ask any questions. I'm more than happy to help you guys. But look, as always, thank you so much for your support. 2023 is going to be a great year. We look forward to continuing FUNrise with you, FUNrise TV, and being there with you guys for a full year of sailing. Man, that is so awesome to be able to say. So have fun and have an amazing day, guys. Take it easy. Bye.